Well, I'm broke down on my transmission, so stay tuned. More coming in just a second. Oh my gosh, my world. Will I ever get a break anytime soon? Oh my gosh. Crazy. I don't know if you can hear me, but the police are with me, so they're back there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm being towed over to the outside. Or get me out of this turn lane. Right here? How much farther? I'm not sure if this is where they want me to go. How much farther?
Alright, turn it off.
Is this good, or you want me further?
I'll just leave you here. You have a tow
Do you think it'll be safer a little further down there if we can? Because people coming around this, are we good?
We'll send some flares out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, good luck. You have a tow coming, right?
Yeah, but now I have to let them know I'm not over there, I'm over here.
Okay.
So I'll call them.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this video out for everybody to see what's going on in my world again. I'm still waiting for the tow truck. I did find a transmission place. The guy is super sweet, so very nice. He said I can stay there, wait for my rig. The problem is I made reservations in a campground outside of my old hometown area because I needed to get Milo to his vet appointment. So the good news is that I was able to get Milo into my vet that I've had over 20 years because I trust him over everything. And I really needed to have him look at Milo because I was very concerned about where he was at. So he actually does not think that Milo situation with not being able to use his legs a lot or doesn't want to. I mean, he can stand, but he just scurries and he wants to rest, is all because of, yes, the spinal thing, but nothing that's causing him a lot of major discomfort. So that's the good news. I will do a separate video on just the update on Milo, but the good news is I'm going to be working with new medicine protocol. I'll go into that more in depth when I go over the video just about him because I don't want to get this too long. So so the good news is, okay, things are great for Milo, right? And I was on my way from leaving the vet, and I was going to do another errand in this area when I had started having trouble with my transmission. So I started to see that it wasn't wanting to change gears. It was, I couldn't get it to go to higher gear. And then I thought, okay, I better start to get off the road. And I got into the turn lane, and I was going to try to get into a supermarket type of parking lot, right, to get off the road because I was concerned I was starting to have trouble, and I got into the turn lane, and then my van wouldn't go into any gear. Okay, nothing. You just put into drive, nothing happens. So we did figure out it was in neutral because that's why the police were able to push me out of the way. I've been in touch with AAA to let them know I'm no longer where I was in the turn lane because that was in a bad situation. So they were so sweet. They helped me get me off the major turn, and okay, here's my tow truck. Okay, so my tow truck is here, so I'll come back in just a little bit on what's next. Okay. All right, I am tucked away at the auto mechanics, and so by now you've seen the tow truck driver's setup, how he towed my van this time. So I chose I think they call it a wrecker method, because I kept hearing flatbed wasn't always the best way for this van. It is if you have somebody doing it right and they take the time and they use the blocks and they help get it up and lower it and use blocks and things like that. But after that last tow truck driver in Lebanon who was in a hurry, I felt he didn't take the TLC with the van like I would have liked him to do that like the first guy did. I thought, well, let me just try the other method. This guy knew his thing, so I learned a lot, and so he was amazing. I can't say enough about him. What a nice guy. He did a couple great things for me. So he explained, and I learned, because I did read in my manual, that if you do it that method, you have to make sure that you disengage the drive line. You have to disconnect the drive line, and so he did do that. So he did everything right. He did say it was kind of dry, so I probably want to get that serviced and oiled. So I will mention it to these guys. I don't know if this is something they do, but I would assume they would do. So I'll talk to them about that. So I learned something new. He showed me, and I watched him as he disconnected it, what it was entailed. But it's basically the U-joint in there needs to be greased. So I will be on that. The other thing he did look is where the transmission line goes to the tranny had busted off. So it was leaking tranny fluid everywhere. It got on my brake. And he said he's pretty sure my brake pads are saturated and everything like that. So that's something that's going to have to get addressed and looked at. So I can't believe the mess that oil line did, when it was just leaking everywhere. So hopefully the transmission did not get ruined in the process of that happening. So I did lose power pretty quickly, so I don't think it was ongoing because of its not engaging into any gear at all and so quickly. So I think that could be good news, but I'll know more. So stay tuned for a part 2 on this, but I just wanted to give you the update and just to keep the positive thoughts, prayers and everything going my way, and let you know what is adventures on the road. Here I go again. And then I'm hoping that this can get settled in the timely manner, and everything for me to be able to see my doctor appointment that I have been waiting on for be a total of a month. By next week Tuesday is that doctor's appointment. So I have to go back to the other area where I was originally staying by that time frame. If not, I have to move that doctor's appointment. I know it'll all work out in the end, so I have to, whatever it is, it's just, I have to stop fighting. Sometimes I really do have my ups and downs where I accept the challenges, and then other times when I feel the timing isn't right, I struggle with the challenges because I want my agenda to work out, and I have to realize still in the end that it all is going to work out, and it is the way it is, the way it's supposed to be at this time. So I just have to go with it. The worst scenario is if I can't get into the doctor that I've been waiting so long to get into, they'll move me, and then, oh well, they move me out a month. let's hope she can get me in another month, or hopefully I can make this appointment somehow, that everything works out. That would mean that they have to get me back on the road no later than Monday, or and also I have to yeah, work out some things for all this to happen. Yeah, but I want to keep some things in my life private. So yeah, I'm just hoping all this works out one way or the other for me to still make that appointment. If not, then I'll cross that bridge when it happens. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know what's going on, and I'm really tired, and I hope I didn't repeat myself too much, because I can do that when I'm tired. All right, what a long day, but I'll fill you in more with this, with Milo. Milo's doing great. He's stable. Yeah, so I guess that's it. All right, so I'll see you in the part 2 on the next agenda. I told you my adventures now begin again once I left that safety zone area of that RV park. All right, see you in the next video. I love you all, and thanks for following me. I look forward to your comments. Yeah, just encouragement. Okay, see you then.